Hello, welcome back to my channel. I never thought I would say that phrase. I'm Taylor and I'm a kbeauty marketer, and today I want to do a get ready with me and tell you, I guess, my life story, how I ended up working in kbeauty. I already applied some SPF. I've been using this one before makeup recently. This is by Juicy's Gooseberry Juicy Glow Up Sun Serum. And if my pronunciation is really weird, I'm sorry for that, because I started Invisalign like 3 weeks ago and it's messing up everything. It's really hard and challenging. I haven't worn makeup in a couple of days, so today I want to do some glow up. I'm going to be applying this Jungsumur's cushion, Essential Skin Cushion Fair Light. This one is pretty good and popular in Korea. I think this is like an OG cushion. Glowy finish. Overall has pretty good coverage, and also you can like apply it very roughly and you will get pretty good finish. I moved to Korea first in 2015, but back then I was already learning Korean by myself, studying from middle school, and I already knew that I wanted to study in Korea like long term. But I was a kid and no one in my family knew how to apply to a foreign university, nor did they know that I had to have a Korean language certificate, which is topic. I got into Korean University into media department. The reason why I chose media department and why I chose Korean University in the first place, I think I was always sort of into like media. Like I didn't know what was that, but the best idea of me doing something creative motivated me to apply to Korean University. And I chose Korean University because it was one of Sky University's like top ranking places. And among them, I think KU had, from my perspective back then, best media school. So yeah, that's how I ended up applying there. I got accepted and I moved here in 2017 and started my undergrad. And ever since I'm here, but for multiple years when I was in middle/high school, my whole life was about learning Korean, getting into a college. Next one is Rose Blush in color Piggy. But after having achieved that, I realized I don't really know what to do next. So after finishing my first year at Korean University, I was sort of confused. What should I do next? I wanted to move towards something new, so I decided to do my research. And my research led me to master's degree. I know, very boring, very typical, but I did want to study. I sort of wanted to also try myself studying and living in New York City. And that's how my research led me to New York University. And starting from 2018, I still remember that day. It was January 2nd. I was sitting in Starbucks doing my research. I decided to apply to New York University. I didn't have any background. I didn't have anything basically. I didn't have GMAT or GRE, but I knew that I will study there. And one thing about me, if I decide to do something, I will do. Starting from 2018, I started preparing for a GRE. Little by little, it was really hard, really challenging. And then I also wanted to prep my portfolio. And I decided to go to Europe as an exchange student. I applied to exchange program from my university to European universities. My first choice was, I think, Belgium in 2019. I got into Belgium, but the only thing is I wasn't really sure because according to the reviews, they didn't really have enough English courses. So I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do there? What am I going to do in Belgium? I don't speak the language. So I was like, okay, let me cancel this one and then apply one more time. So I applied one more time to Austria and I got into University of Vienna. So I was supposed to go in 2020, which I did. You know what happened in 2020? Coronavirus. I was supposed to leave in like 2 weeks or so. There was like this news saying, oh my god, in China there's like a huge virus. Everyone was hating on Asians. Honestly, I thought it was just like a small virus that will go away. So I went to Austria in January. Little did I know. And after 2 weeks, there were huge news. Europe is closing its borders. And guess what? I was stuck in my dormitory for several months. Planes were getting cancelled. I couldn't go outside. University classes were also online. That was pretty fun. That was depressing. I even did a small internship while I was in Austria to make my portfolio look better. And after coming back to Korea, I was already on my 4th year last year in Korean University. So I was supposed to take my GRE exam, my TOEFL exam. I started like officially prepping to apply to New York University. 2021, I think February-ish, I graduated from Korean University, and then in March or April, I finally received news from New York University. I got accepted into a master degree with partial scholarship. Yay! I knew that I was going to move to New York City, which was my huge dream for several years. Back then I was working for Cosrx as an intern. And finally in August 2021, I moved to New York. I spent there roughly around 6 to 7 months, studied at New York University for 1 term. But honestly, it was right after COVID. The city was not very comfortable. It wasn't settled. And to be honest, after Korea, I didn't feel safe. I felt like weird gazes on me, and overall life quality, it just got so much worse after Korea. And I was like, I'm paying so much money. I'm spending so much money here. Is it really worth it? Do I really want to live in the US long term? The day after day, I felt how unhappy I got. And after a long contemplation, I decided to drop out and come back to Korea. Honestly, I didn't have any ideas what to do next. I came back in 2022 and decided to take several months just to, just to chill, just to rest a bit, to think about what's next, what I want to do. And one thing I realized was I still wanted to study. I still wanted to do my master. I ended up applying to my master degree, Beyonce's MBA program. Starting from September 2022, I started my MBA program. And while I was studying there, I did my internship at a startup. I worked there for 2 years after graduating MBA. So in general, my K-beauty journey, I think, started back in 2021 when I first worked at Cosrx. And in general, since I'm really into K-beauty, into skincare, into makeup, it was really natural. There was no other choice, especially because I like marketing, I like K-beauty, I like content, I like being creative. When you put everything together, you get K-beauty marketer. By the way, I already finished my makeup. As you may have noticed, the lip was Lily by Red's 19 cherry color. I am ready. Now I'm gonna go outside and grab some coffee, and after that I have my yoga class. So yeah, let's go. It's gonna be a busy day. She's so sleepy, right? Do you hear? Then I'm gonna wear this long sleeve. If this looks like cat fur, it is cat fur. You're not wrong. I sort of gave up on this. Rings. They sort of hot, so I wanna smell fresh. Petit Matin from Maison Kurjan. Very citrusy, but has woody scent as the base note. And then the viral leather jacket from Zara. That is supposedly a dupe for YSL jacket. Is it comfortable? Not really. It's very stiff. But it's pretty good for its price. Now, let's remove this. I got this one from China. Temu. Yeah, I think I'm ready. Since I'm going to a coffee shop to work on my laptop, on my iPad for a bit, I'm taking my shopper. I go back, yoga clothes, couple of lippies, hand sanitizer. Okay. It's charged. AirPods, phone, and I'm ready. Let's go. The weather is so nice. 아이스 아메리카노 한 잔 먹고 갈게요. got cold all of a sudden.